Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, how are you today? Hopefully all of you are in a great condition. Today we are going to have our 11th meeting, which is done asynchronously. And our topic today is on written expression skills 32 to 35. And these skills deal with problems with nouns. So we are going to cover skills 32 to 35. All right, the first one is skills 32, which is using the correct singular or plural noun. But before that, I would like to highlight that there are some problems with nouns that usually appear in the written expression questions on the TOEFL test. And of course, then you should be familiar with these problems so that you will recognize them easily when you reading the questions, especially on the written expression section. Not a question actually, but the statement, the sentences. All right, now you should be able to do the following. The first one is using the correct singular or plural noun, and the second one will be distinguishing between countable and uncountable nouns, and the third one will be recognizing irregular singular and plural nouns, and the fourth one and the last one distinguishing the person from the thing. Okay, now move on to the first one. Using the correct singular or plural noun. And the problem that is usually found in written expression questions on the TOEFL test is a singular noun used where a plural noun is needed, or on the other way around, a plural noun used where a singular noun is needed. Okay, so let's take a look at this example. Here on the table there were many dishes, and the lab assistant finished every task. Now you should be aware of this asterisk mark. It means that this is incorrect. Why? Because we have the keyword here, many. For the first one here, many. Okay, now many means that the noun following it should be plural. Okay, so this one should be dishes. On the table there were many dishes. And then the second one, the lab assistant finished every. Every show that the noun following it should be a singular noun, so it should be every task without the suffix s. Okay, now there are certain keywords that can distinguish singular and plural nouns. And what are they? All right, here they are. Okay, let's take a look at this table. The first one, the keyword for singular noun. So if you find or if you read these keywords, each, every, single, one, and it means that the noun following it in a noun phrase should be singular noun, while for both, to, many, several, various, ini this one 2, 3, 4, 5 and etc., many, several, various, all of them indicate that the noun following it in a noun phrase should be plural nouns. Okay, so every time you have each, say for example, each person, each table, each book, it should be followed by noun, singular noun. Every, the same, every book. We cannot have every books, no. Every book, everybody, every time. Single, a single person, a single table, for example. Same as one book, one table, and the same, yeah, a book, a table. While this one, both, should be plural nouns, yeah, should be followed by plural nouns. Both chairs, both students, both blah blah blah. The same as 2, 3, 4, 5, and etc. Yeah, 2 tables, 2 chairs. Here, many tables, many chairs, several tables, several chairs, and various movies or various genres, things like that. Okay, so when you remember the keywords for singular and plural nouns, it will be easy for you to identify whether the noun in a phrase should be singular or plural noun. Okay, let's take a look at another example. Let's take a look at the second skill for problems with nouns. All right, moving on to the second one for problems with noun, which is distinguishing countable and uncountable nouns. In English, nouns are classified as countable and uncountable nouns. Now, in the TOEFL test, it is necessary to know the countable and uncountable noun in order to be able to use the correct modifiers with them. Okay, so there are modifiers that goes with the countable noun and also modifiers that goes with uncountable noun. They are not interchangeable. They aren't interchangeable. So you have to be very careful when you see when you deals with nouns, yeah, whether the first one tadi, whether they are singular or plural, and the second one will be, are they countable or uncountable nouns? Okay, let's take a look at this example. He has seen many foreign films. Okay, we have foreign films. Films are countable noun. That's why here we use many, because many is the modifier for countable noun. And then the second one, he didn't have much fun at the movies. Here the noun is fun, which is an uncountable noun. Therefore, we use much instead of many, because much is used to indicate or to modify or is as a modifier for uncountable noun. Okay, so what are the modifier for uncountable noun? All right, here are some modifiers of countable and uncountable noun. For countable noun, we use many, number, few, and fewer. Okay, many, number, few, and fewer. Okay, that's for countable. What about for uncountable? For uncountable noun, we use much, amount, little, less. So, for example, we say many tables in the school, a number of students in the class, few students, and fewer students. Yeah, when there are just a very, very small number of students coming up. And then for uncountable nouns, for example, much money, the amount of money that we have, a little money, and less money. So remember that for countable, we use many, number, few, fewer, while for uncountable noun, we use much, amount, little, and less. Okay, that for skills 33. And now let's take a look at the next one, which is recognizing irregular plural of nouns. Many nouns in English are irregular plurals, and these irregular forms can cause confusion in written expression questions on the TOEFL test. Why it can cause confusion or trouble or problem? Because the irregular plural forms do not end with s, yeah, while the regular one is ended with s or es. It's easier to remember, and there are actually some variation for the irregular plurals of nouns. So you have to make sure that you are aware with this, so that you can anticipate it in the sentence. Okay. Let's take a look at these irregular plurals. The first one is vowel change. So there are pluralization which involves only one vowel change from the singular one. Sorry. For example, man and men, women and women. Okay, foot, feet, tooth, teeth, goose, geese, mouse and mice. Okay, so the changing there is a vowel change, yeah, in the word, so that it becomes from singular to plural. Okay, and the second one is we add a suffix "an." For example, child for singular and it becomes children when it's plural, and also ox for singular and it becomes oxen when it's plural. We also have plural forms which still the same as the singular form, yeah, so it doesn't change. The same, the plural forms are the same as the singular form. Okay, we have deer, fish, salmon, sheep and trout. Okay, that's the same. And the fourth one is changing is to analysis, axis, crisis, diagnosis. Okay, so from is to us. And then the fifth one ends in a, yeah, suffix a. Bacterium becomes bacteria, curriculum becomes curricula, datum becomes data, phenomenon becomes phenomena, criterion becomes criteria. And the last one will be from the apostrophe s, us, change into the apostrophe. Sorry, what the suffix? Yeah, sorry. From suffix us to change into suffix e. Yeah. For example, alumnus and alumni, bacillus, bacilli, cactus, cacti, fungus, fungi, nucleus, nuclei, radius, radii, stimulus, stimuli, syllabus, syllabi. Okay, so that is the changing from the suffix s to suffix e. Okay, so that's the recognizing irregular plurals of nouns. And last but not least, we have skills 35, which is distinguishing the person from thing. Okay, why we do need to be able to distinguish the person from thing? Because nouns in English can refer to persons or things. Yeah, and what happened in the TOEFL test for written expression section is sometimes the person is used in place of things, or the thing is used in place of the person. So that is how the skills of distinguishing the person from thing is evaluated in this written expression section in the TOEFL test. For example, Ralph Nader is an authorization in the field of consumer affairs. And the second one, there are many job opportunities in education. Okay, so if you are aware here, yeah, Ralph Nader isn't. It's impossible that Nader is an authorization, because this one is clearly a person. Yeah, so when it is a person, then it should be authority instead of authorization. But they give authorization. Yeah, nah. Okay, itu ya bedanya. And then the second example is, there are many job opportunities in accountant. Okay, so accountant is actually the person doing the job, while the thing that the accountant do is good. Apa? There are many job opportunities in accounting. It should be in accounting. All right, that is the material for skills 32 to 35, and now I would like to show you some of the example of some of examples of the question for written expression section, and you can practice it in the quiz available in my class. See you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.